Take a look inside your heart. Is there any room for me?
All right, good morning. Hello and welcome to the Pink Elephant. I am Shanae and I am so excited to be here. I had a speaking engagement over the weekend and it was amazing. One of the things I talked about at the engagement was talking about fear. And this morning I woke up and imposter syndrome came to mind. So I'm going to tell you, for those of you who do not know what imposter syndrome is, I'm going to read it off to you so you can know exactly what it is and you can follow this video. So imposter syndrome is the condition of feeling anxious and not experiencing success internally despite being high performing in external objective ways. Okay? So in layman's terms, imposter syndrome can feel like you're not supposed to be there. You're not supposed to have the opportunity. You're not supposed to have a space. You're not supposed to, like almost like somebody let you in, but you're not really supposed to be there. Like you snuck in. Okay? So real quick, before I even start, if you are watching this video, and I pray that you're getting something from it already, but do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to stay connected with me. I do post videos and I'm going to be consistent, okay? So please connect with me. And if you are on Instagram or on TikTok, go over and follow me at the Pink Elephant _ by Shanae and let me know you came by leaving me a pink heart. So let's get into it. So imposter syndrome, y'all, is super real. And I think that a lot of Black women experience it at a high rate. More so because we work our butts off, right? We work our butts off to get to a certain space or a certain position or start new things. And then when we get there, that negative self-talk comes over us, that doubt kind of comes over us, the fear can come over us, and it causes us to be less effective in our roles, less effective in our spaces. We don't perform as well because the doubt is keeping us from being our best selves. So real quick, I'm gonna share a story. I was working for a small company before and I was feeling undervalued, severely underpaid. And I was like, I'm fed up with this. You know, though I was comfortable, I knew the people that I worked with. It was a small company, so everybody knew me. I was #1 in the nation. I was doing really, really well, but I knew that if I stayed there, I would never ever get the kudos and the I guess the value that I felt like I deserved. So I prayed hard. I prayed, and I applied for new jobs, and I got a new job. But, and that's a good thing, right? But I started the new job while on maternity leave. So I don't know if anyone has ever had a baby before, but when you have big life changes like that, it truly is a lot. And in hindsight, I recognize that that was a really, really big thing for me to do. And it was probably a lot, like a little bit too much at the time. So those things I'm sure played a part in why I felt the way I felt. So I will start by saying that. That was on me. That was on me. But what I do want to share is that when I had experience. I had 8 years of experience before I got into the role. And though I came into a role that was much bigger, more responsibilities, it still was, the basis of my career was still there, right? But immediately, almost immediately, I started to have self-doubt, like, oh my goodness, am I supposed to be here? This is a large company. People have been here for over 30 years, 40 years even. Am I supposed to be here? Am I supposed to have the responsibilities that I'm having? Can I handle this? Can I do this? So every day, because I was feeling that way, every day when I would get on a call or get on a meeting, my stomach would be in knots. My hands would shake. My voice would tremble. I would sweat because I was so afraid of saying something and being looked at as stupid. Or people would then think that I'm not really supposed to be there. Maybe there was someone else that was more qualified. All these thoughts and emotions were coming through my mind, and it was crippling me, keeping me from being able to really embrace this opportunity and embrace the job. And it was terrible. It was terrible, y'all. It was terrifying and it was terrible. Let's just put those words together. It was terrible, okay? I did not like the experience. And one of the things that I started to notice was that I felt embarrassed by it. Like, it was no one I could really tell that I was feeling this way, because I didn't want anyone to think that maybe she shouldn't do the job, or maybe she isn't right for the job. It was a lonely place to be in. And in therapy, I realized it was imposter syndrome. I didn't realize that I operated in fear until I took the Enneagram assessment, and I talk about the assessment on another podcast episode, so please go back and listen to some of the other episodes where I dig in a little bit deeper. But by doing the assessment, I did learn that I am a person who operates in fear. So fear is something that I've struggled with over the years for many, many reasons. So with me already having an issue with fear and me going into a new job, the fear was heightened by the imposter syndrome that I was experiencing. So I want to encourage you, because though I was feeling like that, I had to come to realize that in order to get out of that feeling, it would be all on me. So this is what I want to encourage you. I want to encourage you and let you know that that feeling is super real. And people may not admit it, because I guarantee you the people who are working alongside of you feel the very same way. They probably would never say it, but they do, because it's an emotion that a lot of people have. But maybe you can't place the feeling, you can't place the emotion, but it is definitely imposter syndrome if you're feeling like you're not supposed to be there, though you are qualified to be there. Okay? But one of the things that I started to do, I started to think of myself as a friend, right? So my friends call me all the time. I give advice all the time. I really uplift and encourage people all the time. But I wasn't able to do that for myself. Or maybe I didn't have the capacity to do it for myself at the time. So what you have to start doing, you have to talk to yourself as you would your best friend. If your best friend called you and said, girl, I don't think I can do this job. I don't think I deserve it. I don't think I deserve the money. I don't think I deserve to be in front of these people. I don't think I deserve to share out on TikTok or have a voice or a platform. What would you tell your friend? If you love your friend so much dearly and you know that they have the passion, the qualifications, the skills, that they are designed, uniquely designed for that specific task, that specific space, that specific role, what would you say to that person? You would probably say something like, girl, you tripping. You have worked your butt off. You've worked your butt off. You made sacrifices. You learned as much as you could. You're still learning. You're soaking it up. You're eager. You have the passion. You are positive. You are smart. You would start affirming her like nothing else would even matter, because you would know that they have the gifts and the talents for that specific task. You have to start talking to yourself like you're your best friend. Become your best friend, because no one else is going to do that, y'all. No one else is going to give you that affirmation that you really need. And even when they do, if you don't do it for yourself, you're not going to believe it. You're not going to believe anything that they say. So you have to start talking to yourself as you would someone you really, really care about. Be kind to yourself. One of the things that I like to do, I don't know if there are any Grey's Anatomy watchers out there, but I used to watch Grey's Anatomy back in the day. And I think it was on the first season where the interns were struggling and they were feeling imposter syndrome, went to med school and still feel like they're like, what am I doing here? That's the same thing that I'm talking about, y'all. Connect the dots here. They had a trick where they would stand up and do the Superman pose, right? You lift your chin up, you put your head to the side, you put your shoulders down, and you lift your chest up, and you got it all. You can conquer the world. You're Superman. You're Superwoman. And y'all, that works. I'll let you know little insights of what I do every day, or when I have a big task or a big meeting or a big presentation. I might stand inside my hotel room and stand in the mirror, and I might just look over and just do like this. I sure do. And as silly as it sounds, it really is empowering, because when you position yourself to be empowered, there's like nothing else, that nothing can stop that. Nothing can, you see that? Nothing can phase you when you kind of go ahead and embody and empower yourself to be who you want to be. So that's the trick that I would use, and I still do to this day when I'm feeling like I'm not enough, or I'm feeling like I'm walking into a situation that's going to be a tough conversation, or I'm feeling like I'm in a situation where it's going to be a tough day. Let me go ahead and get myself together. Let me position myself to be ready to conquer it all. Okay? That's one of the tricks that I use, and it works. It really, really works. As silly as it may seem, try it. Another thing that I started to do, and listen, in full transparency, I am now an affiliate with the Lip Bar. Yes, y'all, I am an affiliate with the Lip Bar, and I'm so excited because the Lip Bar changed my life. And I just got I just became an affiliate recently, but prior to me becoming an affiliate, I used the Lip Bar all the time. It was about maybe 3 years ago, maybe even 4 now, where a coworker of mine introduced me to the lip bar. She went to FAMU, and if you don't know, the creator of the lip bar is also a graduate of FAMU, and so she knew about the lip bar ahead of time. And so she gifted me a Boss Lady lip, and when I tell y'all, okay, when I tell y'all it changed my life, it can be silly to some people, but you got to do what works for you, y'all, okay? You got to do what works for you. Find what makes you have the most power. Find what gives you strength. And for me, it was the red lip. Because for so many years, I did not want to be in the spotlight. I'm not a person who's like, hey, look at me, I'm here, woo, I'm here. That wasn't me. But naturally, my energy and my presence always drew attention to me, and I did not feel comfortable with that for so many reasons. But that's another video, another podcast for another day. But I started to wear the Boss Lady lip, and y'all, the way that I felt by putting on a red lip, because a red lip is so bold, right? It's a bold move, it's a bold statement that when you have on a red lip, everybody's eyes are going to be drawn to you. And I had to start practicing feeling comfortable being in a space where eyes are on me. And it's okay. Like, it's okay for eyes to be on me. And matter of fact, I'm going to embrace the eyes being on me because I'm going to give you something to look at. That's how I felt when I put on that red lip. It was so empowering for me to know that I'm not going to shy away from the power that I have. I'm going to give out the power that I have. I'm going to express the power that I have. Anybody who comes into contact with me, I want to give them something, give them good energy, express my power in a way that will encourage them and make positive energy spread throughout the room. And that's what the lip did for me. And for those of you who want to try it, I encourage you to try it. The red is such a beautiful red that it works for every shade, every skin tone. I swear by it, I promise you. And if you are a little, you know, on the fence about trying something like that, something bold as red, it's okay. But just try it in the comfort of your home. I do have a link, and I'll link it here in the description box if you want to try it out. Use the discount code Pink Elephant and you'll get 10% off, and see if it works for you. And there's also a virtual try-on the website, and you can get on there and see if it's something that you might want to try. It's other colors as well. But for this podcast, this episode, I just wanted to share how that was one of my tricks, and still is to this day. When I'm getting ready to get on a call, even if it's a virtual Zoom call or a meeting, and I might not be feeling my very best. Matter of fact, I might not even feel confident in the message that I want to share out for work, or I might not feel that confident in, you know, myself for that day, or I might not even be feeling like I'm looking good. My hair not done and things aren't all the way right. My outfit isn't together. But guess what I do? Paint that lip on. I sure do. I paint the lip on, and immediately I'm dressed up. Immediately it elevates my mood. Immediately I feel like even for other people who are seeing me, there's like, oh, Shanae's here. You know, like, that's another trick, another tip that you have to find something for yourself that will give you that extra oomph that you need to push you through. It may not be a red lip. It might be, you know, maybe you want to explore some new color. Maybe you want to change your hairstyle. Maybe you want to write out affirmations on your mirror and practice those affirmations before you start work or start your day. Those are the things that you got to find so that you can feel that power that you need. Anytime you're feeling depleted or you're feeling like you don't belong, you can tap into something else that makes you feel empowered. So I'm encouraging you to find something just for you, okay? And I want to say this, y'all. If you don't know it already, let me be the one to tell you, okay? The Pink Elephant is here to tell you. You belong, sis. You were designed, created, you were thought of already before you even knew that that seat was ready for you. It was already being prepared. It was already being settled in. The cushions was already ready for your butt. Your imprint on your butt, that was for you. That seat was waiting for the imprint of your butt, your booty, to be in it, okay? That's what you have to think of when you are gifted positions, gifted spaces that are uncomfortable and new. Just know that that chair was designed for you, okay? I hope that you guys are feeling encouraged, because I am. Even as I speak to you, I speak to myself, because every day is not going to be an easy day. There are definitely going to be days where you have self-doubt. There are definitely going to be days where you question whether or not you're supposed to be there. But we have to practice making sure that we pump ourselves up. We talk to ourselves. We push past that self-doubt so that we can be great. You already have greatness inside of you. It lies inside of you. It lies inside of all of us. So we just need to tap into it, hold on to it, and don't let nobody tell us differently. All right? This is the Pink Elephant, y'all. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.
Take a look inside your heart. Is there any room for me? I won't have to hold my breath till you get down on one knee, because